This is where I get a little flaky here. So I want to go ahead and just start the interview really quickly, Asia, and preface that I've been having technical issues basically all day. So if you see that during the interview, I start to glitch or come off camera, don't worry about that. You'll still be able to be seen. It's just going to be, I'll be a little glitchy.
Okay.
So, alrighty, Miss Asia, I would love for you to just jump on in and tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
So my background is very much, well, recently it's more financial. I was kind of bookkeeping. I've worked in like a medical office, like checking patients in, verifying insurance, sometimes working with medical records to give to patients. I've also worked directly with patients in the hospital as well, like as transporter, and I've also worked in a radiology office as a scheduler. So that's mostly been my background, more like admin, and I've also done front desk at a elementary school twice. So
Amazing.
yeah.
You've heard some pretty cool roles from what I can hear and see on your resume as well. I
Yeah.
want to know, let me see here. I want to know a little bit more about your experience over at Simon Med Imaging. You were there as an office administrator. So tell me a little bit about what your day-to-day looked like.
So with that one, we mostly check patients into their appointments. Sometimes they would come in to schedule appointments as well. So we would take their insurance, their ID, we'd upload it into our system, and then we worked with like a separate insurance, kind of like a chat where we'd give all the insurance information. They would look over it and let us know, okay, they're covered for this. So we would collect payments as well. Yeah, that was basically the gist of it. Sometimes we would also make CDs of images if people needed to take it to doctor's offices. So we did that as well.
Awesome, awesome. And then were you working in the front desk as the office
Yeah.
administrator? Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. So
the
you
first point of
have that.
contact. Yeah.
That's amazing. You have that experience, you know how to navigate through busy situations and multitask.
Yeah, that was a
So
busy office.
I can only imagine. So love how you have experience with fast-paced environments as well. You mentioned you've done a little bit of billing as well and claims support, if I'm not mistaken, or
Yeah, my most recent position, it was kind of bookkeeping. So we primarily use Excel and QuickBooks, and we were just taking in folios and receipts from natural disaster victims. We had a ghost card we were charging. So we were tracking those charges to make sure we weren't having any like, discrepancies besides paying for the hotel room. So if they were getting food and things like that, we'd have to document
oh,
it,
wow.
add it into the system. So yeah, it was mostly that. It was mostly Excel and QuickBooks that we worked with in that environment.
That makes sense. Okay, perfect. So you mentioned that you use QuickBooks. What are some other systems that you've used?
I know I've used pretty much all of Microsoft Office, uh, Excel. I'll be honest, Simon Med, it
Mhm.
was a while ago that I worked there, so I don't remember exactly the EMR we
No
used.
worries.
So
That's
that's
okay.
pretty much been mostly, I would say, Word. I've also used Outlook as well. In the past, most of my jobs, we had to use Outlook. So those are most of the systems I've worked.
Awesome.
Q Navigator when I would do recruiting, LinkedIn Recruiter. So I've done those before.
Amazing, amazing. And then in reference to using spreadsheets, what would you say your skill set is with spreadsheets? Can you simply enter data? Can you maybe create a few spreadsheets, maybe pivot tables, formulas? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so mostly it was mostly data entry that I've dealt with. Sometimes we would have to add lines in. I never had to like make my own like big Excel sheet, but I've made like
Yeah.
little minor ones just to like keep track of if somebody was missing like a folio or something from certain weeks, but mostly data entry when it comes to
Okay.
Excel.
Awesome. No worries. And then I'll just kind of wrap it up here. I have two more questions for you, but I know you're looking for a new position, Asia. I know that I spoke to you on the phone as well. Kind of mentioned the urgency with my client looking to have someone start, but ideally, when were you looking to start a new position?
Uh, I would say sometime next week, which should be good for me. So anywhere
Okay.
from next week to the following week, I'm available to start.
Perfect, perfect. And then do you have any appointments coming up, any vacations in the next 30 to 90 days?
No, no, I don't at the time, no.
No. Okay, awesome. Well, Asia, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I appreciate the time that we've spent. I want to ask for you to stay on the line with me really quickly. I am going to stop recording though.